or when the she walks by. Who's there that song back in the day? Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman. Magic! That's one side of the human anatomy or person. But what fascinates me about the body is just like the scripture says, how we're fearfully and wonderfully made, and that our souls know right well. Physicians, doctors, scientists, fascinated about the human anatomy and all that it entails. Moving on, I'm talking about the magic. And then finally, food. I got one food that I put down. One food. Again, the subject is sweet, not deep, or short and sweet. I'm going to get to it. One food came to mind was Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I'm not saying that because I like Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm saying that because of how long the recipe has survived. And there have been memes or truths where there's security walking with the recipe on lockdown. But this is what I'm getting at in all creation. When it came to the car, I wonder what it took to get that right curvature to draw the people in. When it came to those particular movies, music that does something for the soul, what was it? Did they turn the treble this way or that way, or the gang this way or that way on the mic, or that person came in and had the right melody or tone or intonation, whatever it was, the magic. But when it comes to the recipe, I wonder what happened. I'm sure they experimented. They tried this and they tried that, and somebody came in and accidentally walked by and knocked a spice down. And they said, oh, don't worry about it, let it ride. And then everybody got a taste. Ta-da! Kentucky Fried Chicken. The magic. Let me move on a little bit further. But in all the inventions that I talked about, the creations I've talked about, music, blah, 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 was it an accident? Was it on purpose? Did they make the necessary adjustments? Did they change their perspective? What did it take to bring about that magic? Short and sweet, or sweet and not deep? Turning the page. Before I go further, I believe it was last week, and I believe the heavenlies wanted me to know that protection was all around you. Protection was all around you. And I'm going to tell you about two dreams. I'll try to keep them brief as possible. Not try, they're going to be brief as possible because I don't want to be too detailed. The first dream is like I all of a sudden entered the parade deck. It was a ground of action, like back in the days of the Vikings and warriors. I landed in the middle of the ground, and in different strategic spots of that ground, there were individuals. I'm just going to say it just like that. There were individuals, and they saw me. I'm going to use the word advancing. But one of the individuals held up their hand to let me to know, stop. And off into the distance, but not very far, there was, I'll just use the word creature. Huge, humongous. It would have been perfectly proportioned if the individuals in front of me were giants. That's how huge this creature was. In my mind, as I looked at the creature, what came to mind was just somebody walking their dog. But this creature wasn't a dog. It was huge. It was dark, black. And it was fierce. The person held up his hand like, no, you can't go by. So I stood there. And it was like the creature got an eye on me. An eye on me. And I used to drive 18-wheel trucks, to give you an example of the ferocity. I mean, Peterbilt, Kenworth, whatever it was, huge. It put its foot on the accelerator and came straight for me. Coming for me, coming for me. Again, these individuals around strategically in different places. I could see them using peripheral vision and whoever was in my front sight. As this creature came towards me, there was a call that I didn't hear. There was a motion I didn't see. But this creature, when they say stop on a dime, as it was heading my way, like it wanted me, ferocious, wanted me for some reason. But right in the middle, the distance between where it was and where I am, where I was currently standing, that big old thing pivoted. It was a right pivot and went the other way. And then I was allowed to proceed. It was like giving me to know the coast is now clear. I'll stop it there. That was the first dream. Immediately after that, I'm hearing somewhere in my system the song to Mary, Don't You Weep. I'm hearing that in the background for whatever reason. And I had to read the words to see what that was all about. But while this dream was taking place that I'm about to tell you about, I was hearing Mary, Don't You Weep. And in this dream, I'm now in a room, we'll say. And what appeared to stand in front of me was like I was in a veterinarian's office, because the person working on what appeared to me simply a dog. It was a dog, but not a simple dog, mind you. The veterinarian was taking the time, I know y'all gonna talk about me because of what I'm getting ready to say, but it appeared to me that this veterinarian, my word, based on my explanation to you of what I saw, was putting bulletproof protection on this dog. The dog was patiently going through the paces as this veterinarian, my word, will position the dog in a different way to put padding on different spots of this animal. While he was turning this animal to and fro, I got a view of what appeared to be, let me back up from this mic, a badge. The case for a badge, like a police badge. Police dog? Like a police badge. But the badge wasn't there, but the spot for the badge to go was there. So I stepped away. This lady right here was in the dream because of the muscular build, the pulsating muscles on this animal. In the dream, I'm doing this with her. I'm holding her back because I don't know what the animal is going to do. I don't even know why I'm viewing this at this point. Just then, he lets the animal go, and the animal stands in position, almost like in a healing position. Off to the left, there was, my word, a sentry. Maybe a handler of the dog. Or maybe, just like in the first dream, angel. The man on the left, I thought, was now going to give orders to the dog on what to do. But I can see my arm holding back this lady just in case the dog decided to do, or whatever it was. It appeared to be a dog, but it's now equipped, covered, protected. And then the next scene in the dream is it's facing a closed door. And the man that's off to the left now gets in almost a running position like racers do at a track on the white line. They're positioning